How we doing, folks? Kentucky Outdoors. Know it's been a minute since we post something, but been busy doing boat stuff, work on the boat. Got a new steering on cable on the boat, man. You talking about something sweet? I mean, this thing is sweet, buddy. I tell you. And we on Lake Hyacinth today. I was over here on Thursday looking at it. That's what we put in at. Go to Dooley sitting there, and you can see, I mean, when we first started fishing this thing, it was all grown up around here. On the edge there, you can see all that then died off. And giving y'all a shot of the lake before we end up kind of kicking this lake to the curb for right now today. Y'all, I haven't gotten one good hit to brag about. Double-edged sword I'm fixing to tell you about. That's one thing we desired this lake to be open up. You see this lake? I'm going all the way around it. See how beautiful it looks now? It's all wide open like we desired. And guess what? In the process, man, I'm going to tell y'all, we did a video, the Warbound Perch video, and we slammed them. We just tore, I mean, you Warbound Perch was snatching and hitting the rods by the, right by the boat. You couldn't even have a rod by the boat. You see I got these two rods dragging behind me. Other big gator, man, he got golly, other big gator just jumped off into the water. Thought it was a fish blowing up, but yeah, you can see these guys dragging behind the boat right here. Nobody touched them. You couldn't do this in Lake Hyacinth about early this year. You could not do this. This wouldn't happen. I mean, y'all seen the videos, as I'm saying. That go to the old dock over there. Trying not to pan in on them, but I'm not paying in on it. They go to the old dock right there, sitting there, and we've been out here for about 3 hours in the lake. Been out here for about 3 hours. Nothing. Really breaks your heart because they killed the hyacinth pretty much, and I mean a whole lot. But and they killed the bite too. They killed the bite along with it. And as I researched a little bit, the dead hyacinths, they let off a gas. They let off a gas that depletes the oxygen in the location. And of course, everybody thrive on oxygen, and even we do. And so the fish will get no stress, you know, and lethargic, and they won't bite. Especially, I mean, bluegill. We was catching bluegills in here big as my hand, and I haven't, since they sprayed this lake, we haven't caught a bluegill at all. I haven't seen the bluegill, shell cracker. I haven't seen none of them at all. So you know that's a bad deal right there. Look at the lake though. The lake's beautiful. It's all wide open now. If you guys remember, we did videos showing you all the hyacinths that took over this lake. So yes, you got the lake open, but it took away the bite of some great quality fish that's in this place. And now one thing I will say, you know, being an angler at my level, and I done put it down here today. I got minnows on me, fish about 4, 5, 6, 7 different jigs, and I dare get them. I'm fishing to go to another lake, Signature Lake, that I done caught big numbers out of there. We're gonna give it hell over there because you know, from where I come from, you either go hard or take you behind home. But we're gonna go real hard over there because we know that lake haven't been touched. I even see the lake doctors in that lake managing the water, making sure everything's healthy and all that. I like 4 or 5 of them to be off in that lake. You know, it won't be like one guy, 2 guys. I came up on them one day over at that lake, West Lake. I'm fishing ahead to. Hell, it was like 4 or 5 lake doctors in there. So that was a good sight. But yeah, man, we over here at the famous Hyacinth Lake. I caught a 14-inch speck out this son of a gun. Would you believe I can't even buy a bite from a bluegill? A bluegill? Of all things? A bluegill? Leaving the duty behind them, letting the wind push us on down. And I'm just using the trolling motor here to keep us on track. I love that eye pilot, man. I love eye pilot. It's gonna go on the next application that I'm about ready to get completed with, and you guys will see that at a later date. And I'll be really happy to get that 80-pound eye pilot on top of that one. And but yeah, we've been doing a lot of stuff. You know, put a new steering cable on the slammer here. That's what we call it. Man, I'm telling you, this look at this thing. Look, I couldn't do this a while back, but that's what hard work does. It rewards you that way. I mean, it's just nice. Thing like a kettle light now, but only if we could have got a bite out of hyacinth. Even me talking to you guys, look like I turn around and see one of these poles bent over. Nope, not so much. And this is an awesome lake though. The lake has got great quality fish in it. And you wonder, where did they go? I mean, are they watching the bait come by them? Whatever they did to this lake to open this lake up like that and shut this bite down, they really shut the bite down, man. I mean, they shut the bite down, folks. I mean, you say, wow, how did they do it? Well, they did it, whatever whatever the spray was. And then again, I was saying the hyacinths let off of a kind of gaseous type deal, just like, red tide. Red tide comes from the algae bloom. So them algae blooms, and what it is blooming. It's a gas coming off that grass, that seagrass up there, in the bay, and then the coast, and in the bay and stuff in the oceans. Well, mainly it's in the bay. You see all that seagrass, and it's dead on the top, all everywhere, and it just kills everything. Even the fish. If the fish don't get out the area because it done sucked all the oxygen out of the area, the fish would die. Now, Lake Hyacinth, the one good thing I was getting ready to say, I haven't seen any dead fish. Maybe they got real close to where they would have been belly up in here if it would have got even worse. These guys, the fish are saying, like, the specks that I know is in here, bluegill, shell crackers I know up in here. Man, what's catching catfish? Couldn't get out the way of the catfish. So I know those guys would have like, hey, if it gets a little bit worse than what it is, man, we're dead, So I haven't seen that yet. I haven't seen no fish floating. So that was a good sight. I said, well, okay, haven't seen any fish dead in here. I know the bite's gone. The bite is gone. And that just, that's kind of weird, even though we think it's a weird lake anyway. I'm like, man, did that weirdness kind of shut the bite down? Now that the lake's open up and you can fish all over the place. Look at this. Look at Lake Hyacinth, man. As you wished. Here it is. At the same time, the golden bite right over there where Slab Slayer and I slammed the crap out of the wallmouth perch over there. Wide open, man. I mean, you'll pay for that place to be open when you normally used to come here. But now it's wide open. I was over there. I think I'm gonna fish before I get out of here, because I haven't gave it true justice. But I'm sure I'm gonna get the same results. And I'm saying that hoping that I won't. But I'm gonna probably get the same results. No bite. I mean, an area that was so hot. That area right there, which I'm looking at right now, man. I tell you, I had my pole hanging over the boat, and I was taking a fish off. Slab Slayer, man, the son of a gun, a big warmouth person grabbed my jig right there by the boat. Where is that gone to? It's gone. I mean, it's like, wow. It's amazing how these folks, county folks here in this area, in any area, but they got this here, they know how to open up stuff. I wonder if they told the person, okay, we'll open the lake up for you. We've seen a couple people fishing it, but it's gonna shut that bite down for a while. And what I read when I was doing the research, I'm telling you, I was here Thursday. I said, man, I gotta fish this thing Saturday. And man, I ain't had that signature take that these bluegills are slamming this minnows right now. I mean, look at me talking to y'all. Not a bite at all. Nothing touched neither one of those minnows. And they're big juicy minnows too up under those bobbers. Big juicy ones. And I even did the old classic technique that we did when we first got in here. I got up against the hyacinths over there and stayed there for about 30 minutes. Nothing. Of course, I got to give props to the garfish. Garfish all over the place. Garfish ranging from a 1.5 to 3 foot long, blowing up all around the edge. They're lively. I mean, I'm like, that probably kind of what pulled me. I said, well, dang, because I seen a couple bass, I think, today. Yeah, I seen a couple bass blow up, under the dock. It's the dock way up there, if y'all can see it. That dock right up there. I seen a couple of big bass blow up there. But man, where's the blue? I mean, the bluegill are all fish. You can always get a bluegill bite. Man, that thing's gone. You can even get a shell cracker bite. No way. Warmouth perch? Sorry. You ain't getting any of it. Lake's wide open, y'all. As y'all can see from one end to the other. Look at Lake Hyacinth. As you wish. Here it is. Wide open for you. As you desired. But, oh, I forgot to tell you. That good bite that you were used to when you first got in here, that's going to be gone. Oh, hold on. You either spray the lake, get rid of the hyacinths, or we could keep the hyacinth in here. You can keep on catching them like you were when you first came in here. If I would have known that, I'd have said, hey, man, well, don't spray the lake. Come in here with the barge that they also come in a lake like this with, and have it convey. It's like a conveyor belt. And it'll pick up the hyacinths and just put them into a big dumpster. And it's all like a little barge type deal. They got everything set up on the barge, and it's like, you know what, the tugboats push. So they got this thing mounted up like a big conveyor, and it scoops the hyacinths up, man. You could go through one pass through the hyacinths and pick up, man. You could pick up, man, just 8 foot wide, and probably 8 foot wide of them. You can go 8 foot wide, and you just pick up a whole entire row. So, I mean, I'm just saying, a couple of days, you'd have had this lake cleaned out, and you wouldn't have affected the bite. The bite would have been, on and popping. So, yeah, it's just easier to spray. And they got in here and sprayed the place. Y'all see all the deadness on the side that I just showed you back there. It's all dead around the side, and you can see it's hot burn. It burns them up, man. Just like weed killer, anything else. And that's pretty much what they use, something a little bit more powerful than that. And I was wondering, when we were talking to the guy, we got him on video. Y'all see that video? When we're talking to the guy, hey, it's gonna be biodegradable, right? Yeah, go down here, floats to the bottom, or just sinks to the bottom. Yeah, it's biodegradable stuff. Oh, I forgot to tell you though. Yeah, I see y'all catching them pretty good. You ain't gonna be catching them pretty good after we spray this place. Daggone, man. Why don't you come in here with the barge and just freaking scoop it out like civilized, people do, and so you don't hurt the environment. I mean, like I said, I haven't seen any dead fish. Yeah, I'm a little ticked. Yeah, I'm a little ticked, man. It's a killer lake right here. There's some big fish in this lake, but boy, I tell you, it's weird how they bluegills, shell crackers, and the daggone warmouth perch, even the catfish, no show. Same thing been doing ever since it's been coming into the lake. And I kind of upped the ante today. I trolled the whole lake from one end to the other end. Man, I ain't get touched. I like this crazy, right? I say this master boy, God dog, they know how to shut a bite down. That spray shut this bite down. Well, actually, the hyacinths, when you kill them that way, that shuts them down. Versus the barge, you come in here and you pull them out live. You don't do anything, you just pull them out of here. It's like you're picking them up with your bare hands. Except that barge got a big rake that rakes it onto the conveyor belt. And you'll see whole globs of it going into a dumpster. They got like a trash dumpster, and it just goes in there, and then they take this barge and roll it back up to land. And I think the thing actually has, like a trike. It's like a trike wheels on it. It floats in the water, in the lake. But when it gets to land, it could drive up on land, dump, put that dumpster down there they just filled up with hyacinths, and get another dumpster and come back into the lake and finish doing what they were doing. That would have been the way to approach this. That would have been the way to approach this right here. Instead of spraying this place. I see stuff growing. I mean, I do see stuff growing around the side there. But, also when I got up on it, I fished that area right there. You'll see the dead hyacinths still up under there. They're dead, and probably still more dying. Who knows? Are they still spraying the place? You can see brown tops over there on that shoreline right there. So I think the spraying's over, because they're looking at the lake and say, okay, the lake's open. Lake's open. Everything else will continue to drop, because it's all been sprayed, and no new stuff can grow because, oh, there we go. Is this stuff is in the water kind of like still and killing them? Possibly so. But that's what we got there, folks. They go to the old big house over there, spooky looking place. But all in all, the bite has not returned. I had to come in here today to actually, assure myself that, man, that bite ain't gonna return for a while. I didn't want to really believe what I read. When I did the research on this, they said the bite from spraying a lake like they did and killing these hyacinths the way they did, spraying them, and with these hyacinths kind of like exhaust, letting off that gas. This gas that they're still letting off into the lake that shuts the fish down because it depletes the oxygen in the lake, stresses them out and all that stuff there. And I can understand that. Man, I ain't want to hear this. The bite might not return the way that we remembered it for the next 2 to 3 years, y'all. That's how long it usually takes. So your favorite lake, anywhere that you're fishing, and it has a lot of hyacinths like we showed here in Lake Hyacinth at the beginning of May of this year. And if they decide, they want to get rid of them by spraying them, get ready for that bite to take off. Get ready for that bite to get shut down like cutting the light off in a room. And it ain't gonna return because, like I said, I still see dead hyacinths. The hyacinths are right there, but they're dead, mixed in with that grass there that you see. They're dead. So, man, 2 to 3 years before this thing actually reclaim itself. With nature happening, rains and all that. So you just, you gotta like say, okay, next year come back and hit old hyacinths again, see what's going on. You gotta keep hitting it though, because this is awesome lake. And I tell you one thing that gives me, a good, the motivation to come back and keep hitting it like next year. I'll probably come back and hit this thing next year or something like that. Probably won't mess with it, during the winter season coming up. You got other places that I got planned to hit with some big specs at, and y'all gonna see it on video. And I wasn't gonna fire up the videos. I thought I'd give y'all a little bit of a look at the Lake Hyacinths before I get out of here and go to Westlake. And I'm gonna do video over there once we get on them. And we're gonna go hard over there because Hurricane Milton opened up some good spots over there. And I haven't really, let loose on those spots like I should. But today I'm gonna cut loose on those spots like I should. And as you guys know, Slayer ain't with me today, so she on a mission. And but we're gonna go over there, jump off in there, and we're gonna go hard over there. We still got a bunch of minnows in here, a big bucket full of minnows down there, and we're gonna go over there and see what we could do over there, y'all. Once we start catching them, we'll fire the video up, and there'll be a different video from this one. We'll let this be the video, Lake Hyacinth video, which is still sad. Lake Hyacinth, the bite is not gone. It's gone and won't probably return for at least a year or two, or maybe more. Like I say, you got to come back next year and fix the thing. During this here time of the month, it's starting to get cool here, in Florida, and this is really nice. I mean, it's nice right now at 11 o'clock, 11:30 in the morning. Still, man, the breeze is blowing me now. You can see the ripples on the water, and it's a nice feel. So we'll keep checking on Lake Hyacinth. Looking beautiful though. Look at her. She's wide open, man. I'm down at the other end now. That go the old house right there. I'm just about up to the house. And look at that. Right in front of the house, there's a lot of hyacinths still there, and they're dead or they're dying. And they still, letting off that gas, which is depleting the oxygen content in the lake, which cut the bite down. And which took the bite away completely. Wow. But yep, there go the other side of the lake, which I call the east side of the lake. And what I just showed you with the house is on the west side. And this whole lake is open now, y'all. I couldn't sit here in the boat right now because it was all hyacinths right here, all around here from the dock, from the old dock on back. It'd be either one side or the other side. And you either fish, you can fish the side, because normally they go to Dooley over there. We put in over there. Sometimes the hyacinths will be from there all the way back, all the way on back down to the west side of the lake. And you couldn't get in here to fish really, unless you worked on it. But yeah, it's wide open. Wide open. No bite. Garfish having a party up in this baby. But the other guys, nowhere to be found. I done been all over this lake today, y'all, trolling, pulling the minnows real slow, you know, keeping that depth that I want to fish, 6, 7, 8 depth, whatever, 8-foot depth. And man, nothing. I mean, ain't even looking, ain't even blowing on the minnows. Not even the garfish eating the minnows. I put the minnow up in their face a foot deep. No gar. I see them blowing up around here, but they won't touch it. Something that's weird. It's weird. Really weird. Now that's weird. Can't get the bite now. The lake's open. They can't get the bite. You know. We know why. We know why. You know. That's amazing. You know, and that's nothing. That's not strange. Like I said, the algae blooms in the bay and in the coastal waters. And, you know, in saltwater territories, it does the same thing. Red tide does the same thing, and that's from the algae bloom. You know, grass, grass and stuff like that, and run off from, you know, people's yards into the bay and cause a algae bloom. And man, it sucks the freaking oxygen out of an area. And in the bay, it's in areas, territory. I remember the days that you throwing a net. You know, those that know what I'm talking about. You're throwing a freaking net for bait, and you might be throwing that net for an hour to get bait if your bait's kind of hard to get. But once you get bait, got your live well blacked out, head into your fishing spot to go tear up some snook, redfish, and trout. You run through a patch of red tide, because like I said, it's in patches. It ain't all over the bay. It's a patch. It's in a patch of the bay, probably where grass grow the most. Okay? You run through that, you get to your fishing spot, you look in there to grab a bait, all your bait's dead. Yes, sir. Yes, ma'am. That's how it is in the bay. So you gotta be careful. The water discolorated. You gotta be able to read that water. Stay into the green and stay out of that brown looking stuff where it goes to transform into a brown look. You know, it's a brownish reddish look. Man, you turn that boat around. I remember doing that before. And some of my other boats I had, I see that discoloration in the water, and I turn towards the green, boy, because I tell you, you run through there, and you fish a live bait, and you got a bunch of it on board, consider it dead. Kills them instantly. All right, y'all, I'm going to get out of here. I'm going to head over to West Lake, go load this slammer up right quick, run over to West Lake, and we over there is where we're going to go hard. And we start catching them, we're gonna bring you guys back on a different video and let you see how it goes. All right, folks. We'll talk to you later. As soon as we get over to West Lake, we'll find them, we'll get up on them. We'll let you guys in on that, and that'll be another video that you'll see. But like we're saying, we're giving you kind of a little update here on Hyacinth Lake. I think today is what, the 19th of October? And this is what it looks like, but there's no bite to be had. All right, folks, we'll talk to y'all later.